Well, actually, I'm probably going to write and direct my first feature film. I'm going to get funding from Screen Australia. Kate Blanchett is going to be my female lead. Hugo Weaving is probably going to be my male lead. And I'm going to get...
My role is to sort of assess the capabilities of everyone on that set. So you've got to go in fresh. It's not the same as the set you were just on yesterday. So very quickly you've got to establish who's got control, who's the leaders on the set, and who's going to be the weak points as well. Being at first, you've got to find those little bits. I mean, I do this because it is a different day every single day. And you always learn something on every single film set, otherwise why would you do it? You never know, you're never going to know everything there is about filmmaking. So that collaboration, you will find people that you collaborate with really, really well and those that you don't, and that's fine. You've got to establish if there's a certain individual that you can foresee bringing the set down. And negativity on a film set is the worst thing that can happen, and I see it a lot.
The script is a collaboration when you get into production, so it becomes a work in progress. Nothing's set in stone around scripts generally, so you can interpret, you can bring ideas to the table. You can suggest to directors to dump locations. You can encourage them to be more ambitious sometimes with locations.
Screenplays very much, it's just that artistic process of a person writing, and I mean, script on set, you've got your continuity person who's integral, you've got your various people around that script in terms of script editor, but once you get on set and the camera's rolling, the script's everything.
Yes, definitely. Now I can go onto a set and I know when somebody isn't capable of doing the job, and we can rectify that quite quickly. So that was my aspect of it, and I walked onto music videos as a data wrangler, and in 3 hours I was the first AD. Just things like that, because you just see the problem. You don't go along, it's going on, I'm the first AD, let me take over. You just go suggest it and see if you can help out. But you need to know your position and not overtake somebody.
I don't want to talk too much about film financing because it's a labyrinth.
Good stuff.
It is back in the 80s. The actual model of filmmaking hasn't changed that much. When you see crews out, the structure of having a first assistant director and the technology can only stop us. But the idea of a gang of people going out and making a movie hasn't really changed since the 80s. The financing model is very great, but the notion that government still invests heavily in film hasn't changed.
I mean, there's a generation coming up that look at the old school system and the money and just go, stuff it, we're going to make films. It doesn't matter how they're going to do it, they're just going to do it. For me, you're never going to really stop creativity, whatever it is. It's sort of an innate thing in people that they want to create something, whether it be music or a painting or film. I chose film because I love being on set with 40 people creating one vision. So you're never really going to suppress creativity, and it will pop up. If it's suppressed in one aspect, it'll pop up somewhere else. You're just never going to stop it.
Have attention to detail, basically. Be the nerd that will write everything down. Even though it seems so stupid at the time, it will help you at the end of the day.
Was it a huge
I know at the time, no one at the office that goes to do Photoshop, and I'm like, yeah. I think that's the only reason why I kept my job, because I knew Photoshop. It's really silly like that. You just need to be open to learning everything as much as possible, and because there's most likely they're not going to know what you need. They're not going to know this new program called Illustrator or After Effects, and you're like, yeah, got that. And even if you don't even know everything about it, you have a better idea than they do, and that's enough for them to convince them. So you do have to just believe in yourself.
I've been on sets where it's a happy crew, a happy vibe, and a shit film, and then I've been on films where it's anarchy, hell, and absolute terror, and it's an amazing film. A little bit of tension on a film set is kind of good sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, I've had it where once all the pre is done and you get on set, you just have things happen that you never predicted that are good for the film.
Yeah,
and that's
totally.
what I'm talking about. It's
okay.
It can be tense, it can be all that, but and everyone can be in the shits. But once you've got that preparation done and it's working and everyone's in the flow, magic will just happen and things will just pop up that you've never expected. Like the sun will come out. It's a cloudy day. You've got go to a location in someone's house and their furniture is exactly what you want.
I thought it was a fantastic setup. I thought Danny looked great in the suit in particular. I loved the popcorn. I thought great choice of guests. What about you, Taylor?
I thought Blake looked great.
It was so
Great.
good.
Really
good.
Good
Featuring
hosting,
Scott.
good
Yeah.
teamwork, good guests.
What do you think of the questions? Good, well relevant?
Blake did such a good job because every time they answered, he built on it and he got them to comment on each other's answers. And by the end, they were asking each other questions, which was really cool.
Yeah, definitely in the second half you saw the guests interacting more. They were kind of having fun together, and
And what did you
I think
think
that
of
was
the
great.
porno jokes and references?
You know
Like,
what? If it was
Worth
anyone,
it.
if it was anyone other than Blake making porn references, I'd probably be offended. But I was happy.
She loved it.
I'm just gonna continue my I love Blake thing.
Yeah, she's carrying on through.
This is on.
There was a lot of good information there. I think probably could have been condensed down to an hour. But just hearing them talk about their experiences was really valuable.
I really liked it. Well presented, and I mean, you guys were first, so you threw it together in a couple of weeks. That was amazing. So,
Yeah, well done, Blake, too.
yeah, really impressive. I thought the questions were really well. I thought the questions were really well.
Yeah.
I thought the questions were good, especially how he kind of crossed over from guest to guest and made it really. Yeah, no. So I thought that was good, rather than kind of go do one shot questions. I thought it was pretty good.
That was
I've already done mine.
Are you gonna get everyone?
So good!
Yeah. The lighting was really well done. The presentation is nice. Good experience. Slideshow is nice too. Yeah. And the speakers was really good.
I feel like you could.
Oh, hey, gang.
Finally, it's over.
Hey.
Um,